Hello, welcome back to Build It Brad. Today we're going to do something different. We're going to unveil a new project for the channel. Are you ready? Stay tuned. I'm going to get this unloaded and we'll come back. Well, here you go, the new project, 1966 Pontiac GTO. It's got the 389 with the automatic. No, it's not the tri-power, not a manual, but what we're gonna do to this is gonna be pretty wild. If I can figure it out, I'm gonna put a clip in here to show you the design from Brad Builds that he gave me permission to use as inspiration on this build. We're not going to go factory, we're not going to go original numbers matching. We're probably going to put some kind of big horsepower engine in it, trick it out, put it on air ride all the way around, and make it a complete one-of-a-kind custom one-off. We ended up pulling this car out abandoned. It's been sitting for many years. The guy pulled it out of his barn. It was a project he was going to have, but he changed his mind, and we ended up finding it on Facebook Marketplace here in Wisconsin, a couple hours away from our current location. But we're going to do a little walk around. We're going to show you what we got, the state it's in, what kind of work it's going to need, and then on the next ones we'll probably do the tear down and so on. But if you want to come this way, we're going to start with the front end. It's the iconic 1966 with the double stacked headlights. And as you can see, what they called, Pontiac called this classic, not plastic like we call it nowadays. They got rid of all the pot metal and they started going plastic inserts. It saved them weight and faster production times. If you follow me this way, you can see, you know, the paint is, somebody's been touching this, you know, it's either been sanded or they were doing some kind of repairs on it. It definitely needs a lower fender repair. As you can see, somebody was in here patching, which was very common on this body style. The lower fender's rotting out. I'm guessing we're gonna find more rust once we get these fenders off on the front cowl section and the rockers too. So as you see, this door isn't too bad. We might be able to keep this door, or we might end up reskinning it. If you come around the door here, you can see somebody again was also in here trying to fix these inner rockers. Those are probably going to end up being replaced just because they look like they're a little too far gone. Interior is pretty well stock, untouched. We'll go over that in a little bit more detail here in a little bit. Quarters are pretty rough, a lot of rust spots, somebody was patching it. Obviously somebody that didn't know what they were doing when they were going to start this project, which is the reason why they probably gave up on it, because this is a big task, replacing quarters. Inner wheel tubs are pretty bad too as well. They got some patch panels in here, as you can see right here. Looks like somebody liked pop rivets, but wasn't very good at welding either, and then try to fill in, with Bondo. But quarters definitely gonna have to be replaced. As you can see, GTO. It's not a Le Mans. The reason this quarter is a little better because it's obviously a patch panel, but. Then we got to come around to the back. It is the 66 with the taillights, with these louvered style taillights. I'm thinking because I'm going to go full custom, and in the rendering that Brad Builds had, he based the back end off of a 67, which has the oval, 4 oval taillights, which this back panel needs to be replaced too. So we're probably going to end up going with the 67 taillight panel instead. Trunk looks fairly decent. It's definitely weathered. It definitely was a sun-baked southern car for a while before it came up here to Wisconsin. But we'll go back around. Somebody was, like I said, doing some work around the back windows, so I'm having a feeling we're gonna have to redo some work around the window channels. But this rear valance looks really good. I don't think we're gonna have to replace that at all. Back to this quarter. This quarter is even worse than the other side. Somebody did try to replace it, but it does look like it had some kind of an accident after they did it, you know, and it's all broke off now, and it's rusted on the inside. The trunk extensions are gone. So this one's going to need quite a bit of metal work. It's probably going to need full floors, trunk floor extensions, quarters, door skins, fenders. So it's going to be quite the project, but that's why we got this for the channel. We wanted something that we could have a ton of videos for you guys and then show something custom, one-off, that nobody's done yet. So this quarter also needs to be done. And then we come back to this rocker, which is not too bad a shape, but we're gonna probably replace this too. Somebody was in here with must have been a stick welder trying to fix that rotted down mess down there. Door sags a little bit, which could be door hinges, could be that A-pillar, but we'll address all that once we start doing the tear down, which will be probably the next video. Back to this one, this fender, this lower fender, it looks like somebody put some galvanized steel in there. Tried leading it maybe, so it's pretty rough. But so we'll probably either try to source a lower fender repair or just replace that fender entirely. But that's the walk around. Actually, you know, we'll go over the roof. The roof doesn't look horrible. It is sun baked. We might, depending on the interest in this project, we're definitely going to need everybody's help, subscribing, commenting, liking, get this out there so we can get over that 1,000 subscriber mark and start getting this project happening, because it's going to take a lot of money, a lot of time, and if nobody's interested in it, then I don't know if we're gonna stick a ton of time and money into it. But we're gonna end right here. Again, please comment, like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.